Welcome back to r/NPD, the Narcissist Support Group subreddit. I'm Sophia Vanderman. I'm a cognitive behavioural specialist, mind and wellbeing coach and published author. Today we'll be resuming our weekly uploaded schedule after a wee bit of a break of analysing and providing professional anonymous support for members of this subreddit. For a greater introduction to the community, please see the link in the description below to the first video on the subject. Let's jump into it. User Less Drama Please post, UNPD, self-awareness and false recovery ? I'm worried I might have UNPD. Lately I've made changes and gone to therapy, so anyone from the outside would think, no way, look, he's doing the work. But I alone know that even these changes are propping up the facade. Hell, I like talking to my therapist because I think she's hot. Is it possible to merge my true self and my false self without giving up my life to God or whatever? My job, part of my family, my sex life, these are all great and need the strong self I've built. But I feel so much depression and shame, and I've ruined so many relationships that I also want to be real. Comment. Damn bro, you are me, haha. Going through the motions, faking the funk is part of the process. It's going to take time to reverse a lifetime of seeing and reacting to the world a certain way. The most important part is the self-awareness you've expressed. By acknowledging that, it still feels authentic. Authenticity will come with time as you transform into the version of yourself that you want to be. It helps one interaction at a time. Just posting about this shows that you're at some level authentic about wanting to be a better person. It just takes time and faith and consistency and some work. You'll be all right. We'll be all right. Nothing, however, is real unless we make it. For most, authenticity is derived from the justification of the self. Without an innate ability to prove ourselves as real, we look to rationalize our self-images off the external and affirmative stimuli. Humans naturally look for patterns from which we can construe reasoning. Others telling us that we are kind or successful through a physical reputation of such, we believe we hold overwhelming evidence then of our own self-image. Where this falls down though for the OP is that seemingly in spite of external validation, they can't overlook prior instances of failure. This isn't to suggest that the OP is choosing to refute an abundance of evidence, but that instead whatever validation they currently receive isn't enough to outweigh their regret. The remedy, the answer, is neither spiritual nor emotional, but cognitive. You want to believe that you're a good person, that you're real, but all that seems to mean is to view yourself with the benefits outweighing the flaws. That's good. The image of reality is based on something far more substantial than some wishy-washy notion of inherent goodness. And the way to make it a reality, just as the commentator touched upon, is to go out there and find real validation. Goodness shouldn't come from some unspoken will and criteria. Instead, this provable realness should be derived from societal and net positives. All selfishness is selfish. People gain more from charity than they give, even if all they get is a sense of self-satisfaction and the perpetuation of their own self-image. But others will see them as good people, and you can bet they see themselves that way too. The reasoning behind the action exists only to the individual. It's the outcomes that people care about. Help those in your life that you care about, help yourself. Don't think of it as wasted time, but instead of a transaction of effort for evidence. Use this though to see yourself as a better person. Internal validation takes time, but it will sit with your unconscious in a far more authentic way. It's all about behavior and actions. Are you following up on what you say you will do? Are you casting blame or judgment, or being accepting and reliable? You may have damage in your past and learn a variety of coping strategies. You may be smarter and better looking, but this won't mean anything innately if you still doubt yourself. How do you start to trust who you are? Take accountability for your mistakes. Practice empathy. Even if you don't feel it, cognitive empathy will help you flow and follow the right path. As you get better at these, you will have less proof that you can't change. Imposter syndrome exists for those that create bigger challenges for themselves. And it only stops when you stop. When more people in your life tell you that you're good, real person, then there'll be some proof. But what you tell yourself will have more impact. We all make mistakes. Acknowledge that you have done that and that what you would do differently next time. That's called learning, and that's how you change.